Could we be getting a new club in professional wrestling? We've already had the Vince McMahon Kiss My Ass Club, but now we could be getting the Deonna Purrazzo Kiss My Fat Ass Club. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Wrestling. And Deonna Purrazzo seems to be on the warpath. She's calling out the negative tweets on Twitter. She's calling out the body shamers. She's calling out everybody that essentially might have something that isn't positive to say about her. And she wants them all to kiss her fat ass. Now, I guess she can call her own ass fat, but nobody else can dare say that. Now, before I continue this video, I'm not saying Deonna Purrazzo is ugly. Not at all. Very attractive, very good looking. Most people would bang her. Let's be real. Let's keep it 100% real. I'm not saying she's ugly. I'm not saying she's unattractive. However, she is facing a little of criticism online, and it is mainly down to her body. It is mainly down to her shape and the condition that she is currently in. And of course, how is she responding to this? She's responding to this very negatively. She's getting upset. She's attacking people in return. And professional wrestling, for an industry that's supposed to have a lot of tough people, the industry that's supposed to have a lot of tough guys, oh, you're a badass, you're a wrestler, I mean, it really does create the biggest bunch of pussies ever. I mean, it really does. Anytime people have anything negative to say about a wrestler, they can't take it. Most industries, everyone has haters, but if you look at like real sports or the entertainment business, most of these people don't even acknowledge the trolls. They don't even acknowledge their haters. They just move on. But in wrestling, it's like everyone seems incapable. Well, not everyone, but a lot of them seem incapable of doing that. They see some guy with maybe 20 followers bash them, and they have to jump in. They have to respond. It's a very strange thing. Why not just fucking move on about your day? So what? Someone called you fat. Get over it. Move on. It's not a big deal. But that's essentially what this video is about. So there was a few comments about Deonna Purrazzo and her weight. Now, I don't think one of them was particularly bad, but they're commenting on her weight, they're commenting on her body, and it's no different from male wrestlers, but of course female wrestlers take this really bad. And also, like with Deonna Purrazzo and pretty much all the women, they put so many pictures out there, they put so much bikini pics out there, they put so many revealing pics and revealing outfits on the internet, on their Instagram, on their Twitter, and they think it's okay. They love all the feedback. They love all the positivity. Oh, you go, girl. You look great. You look this. You look that. And they put all these images out, and they always want the positive. They always want the praise. They always want people to like these images and say how good they look. But the second someone doesn't think they look good, then all of a sudden there's a big issue, and that person's horrible, and that person's this, and that person's that. I mean, if you feel self-conscious or insecure, then why put these images out in the first place? So there was a couple of comments. Someone says Deonna is built like the Penguin from Batman Returns. Kind of funny. Another one says Deonna Purrazzo needs to borrow some outfits from Nia Jax. And then, last but not least, someone said they got to tighten her up. WWE would never. Okay, so the last comment, and Amanda Huber, so that guy, who's that dead guy? Forget his name. Anyway, sorry, forget. Luke Harper, okay? Rest in peace, Luke Harper. His wife came out and commented on these and said that this is disgusting, these are free fathers, yet they're saying this about a woman. Alright, the last guy, all he literally said was, she needs to tighten up because WWE wouldn't sign her like this. What is wrong with that? How many times have we seen a male wrestler like put on a bit of weight or lose some muscle, lose some definition, and people have said, he needs to tighten up, he needs to gain some muscle back. We see this all the time. It's happened so many times over the years where some people have let themselves go, and you look at them and you go, you know what, he needs to get in better shape because he ain't going to get a push like that. But for some reason, women in wrestling, they're like untouchable. You cannot criticize them. You can't say anything negative about them. You know what? So fucking what? Is Deonna Purrazzo hot? Yes. Is she slightly overweight though? Does she need to lose some pounds? Absolutely, man. She's probably the heaviest she's ever been. And this guy has said nothing wrong. He said, alright, the other two were a bit, maybe, you could consider them nasty jokes or whatnot, but the third guy here, all he says was, she's got to tighten up a little bit. And this Amanda Huber is posting his profile, is posting his image all over the internet, all over Twitter to try and get people to bash him. Fuck Amanda Huber, I can't stand her. Go fucking watch AEW, because nobody else is. They need all the viewership they can get. You know, get yourself off Twitter and go and watch Dynamite or Coalition, try and get the numbers up. So, that was that. And then Deonna Purrazzo responded to it. And so what? A couple of people think she needs to lose a bit of weight. She could have just got on about her day, moved on. But this is what she says regarding because she was tagged by Amanda Huber, I believe, and this is what she said regarding these 3 posts. Quote, "Oh, I've already seen it. I had a cry, and then I realised my worth is not determined by 1, my body, 2, others' perception of me. I am a 5-time world champion. I have worked with nearly every major company in the world. I am one of the greatest wrestlers in the world. Furthermore, I just earned my bachelor's degree. I am looking to start a master's program, and most importantly, I have a husband who thinks I am beautiful, whether I'm a size S or a small or medium, and I've never been a size small. They are entitled to their opinion, and I'm entitled to tell them to kiss this fat ass." End of quote. And then, what did she do? I thought this was pretty funny. She posted a bikini picture from like a couple of years ago when she was slimmer than she is now. So she's saying she doesn't care. She says these people's opinions don't mean anything and that they can kiss her fat ass, but she's not posting a recent pic of her fat ass. She's posting a pic from like a year or 2 ago, you know, when she had less weight and her ass wasn't as fat. So, you know, obviously she's still a little bit subconscious here about how much she weighs and stuff like that, but she says that her worth is not determined by 1, my body, and 2, others' perception of me. And again, this is another like woke thing here. This is like another thing where someone can't accept criticism. I mean, of course, it's professional wrestling. That is exactly what your worth is. Everybody's worth in professional wrestling has something to do with their body, and more so the women. I mean, the same thing applies to men, but more so females. You can't just be fat as fuck or have a terrible body or a terrible look and expect that not to determine whether or not you're successful in wrestling. It's never worked that way, okay? I mean, you look at Hulk Hogan, you look at John Cena, they had to be fit and in shape. They had to have like bodies like Hercules in order to get where they wanted, okay? They couldn't just be a fat bum. I mean, Hulk Hogan couldn't be a 5'10" guy that weighs 350 pounds with fat fucking oozing over his belt line like Scott Steiner would say, and expect to be the #1 guy and expect to headline 8 WrestleManias in a row. That would not happen. Your body matters in wrestling, okay? She might not like the fact that that is the case, but it is the case. Your body does matter, and it does determine your worth to a certain extent in professional wrestling. That is undeniable. You cannot deny it. She can try to, but she's a liar. And then she says, others' perception of me doesn't determine her worth. Well, actually it does, because if nobody likes you, if nobody rates you, if nobody thinks you're a star, if nobody cheers for you, then you have no worth in wrestling. So, again, this is just someone that is trying to deflect here, trying to say that her body doesn't matter, she doesn't care what anybody else thinks of her, you know, her perception, others' perception of her doesn't create her worth or her value, but in reality, it does. If nobody liked Stone Cold, if nobody cheered for Stone Cold, he wouldn't have been the biggest star the industry's ever seen, okay? Others' perceptions of you in wrestling 100% determine your worth. So, you know, I just think it's sad here that a lot of these wrestlers, they can't accept criticism. You even seen Eddie Kingston the other day saying that he wants everybody to watch AEW. He wants 8 million people to watch AEW. Then as soon as there's anything negative said about him, he says, I don't give a shit who watches. Well, make up your fucking mind, because 1 minute you want everybody to watch, but as soon as there's a negative comment, you're like, fuck these people, they don't matter. Well, they do matter, okay? And unfortunately, people's perceptions do matter, Deonna Purrazzo. So, yeah, you ain't going to get to the top. You ain't going to headline WrestleMania if nobody's cheering for you. So, 100% others' perceptions do matter, and it does contribute to your worth in wrestling. So, I mean, there you go. It's not a big deal. Like, if she doesn't want to lose weight, that's fine, but people are going to comment. If you're not in great shape, then people are entitled to comment. You are putting yourself out there to the world. You are a professional wrestler. Keyword is supposed to be professional, but a lot of these people just aren't professional. You know, they're just it's actually sad, man. I couldn't remember. I couldn't imagine anyone back in the day getting on like this. But now it's a common theme with wrestlers, like any hint of criticism or anything like that, and they throw the toys at the pram, and they just can't accept it. They can't handle it. I mean, Jesus fucking Christ. It's Twitter. Everybody, look at the amount of nasty shit. Everyone trolls on Twitter, man. You're going to get some comments like this, but for some reason, the whole world is supposed to stop. The professional wrestling world is supposed to come to a halt just because somebody says that Deonna Purrazzo is fucking fat or overweight. I mean, what a joke. If you don't like it, if you don't want people to, criticize your weight, then maybe lose some. It's as simple as that. So, yeah, guys, there you go. Deonna Purrazzo, again, not saying she's ugly, not saying she's unattractive or anything like that. Is she slightly overweight? Possibly. Is it a bad look? I don't necessarily think so. But, of course, a couple of comments and she's going to absolutely explode here and pretend that, I don't know, the wrestling fans suck and that her weight doesn't matter, this and that. I mean, it is what it is, guys. Let us know your thoughts down below. Just poor here. She could have moved on, but instead, has to butt her just like everybody else in professional wrestling. Anyway, that's it, guys. Catch you in the next one. Until then, peace.